Welcome to the JN Sports Report, brought to you by the Underwater Sports Bar and Grill, Boston's only sports pub and grill that is underwater. So the Patriots have made it to the playoffs and will have to fight their way in. So they'll face the San Diego Chargers this Saturday at 4:30 in San Diego. That game will be right here on the JN Sports Radio Network. Sources confirm, we're getting this from Mike Reese of NFL.com, that Patriots rookie quarterback Jacoby Brissett will start this week against the San Diego Chargers. More on him in a sec, but first let's get to a quote from Bill Belichick on his rookie quarterback.
You know, he's done nothing but come in here and work as hard as he possibly can to, when we had three quarterbacks, to take his opportunities and learn from the other two guys when it was him and Jimmy, and then this week it was, pretty much all him. And he's just a hard-working kid that is really dedicated to doing what's right for the team and trying to improve on anything that you tell him. I mean, he's just wants to do what the coach tells him to do. So,
well, I think the biggest question here for Jacoby Brissett is the game preparation. Can the Patriots really get prepared for this game? You know, the Patriots spent a lot of time in practice this week. We saw a lot of Jacoby Brissett and the receivers. We even saw some O-linemen, which we'll show you that footage in just a sec. Jacoby Brissett in full-on practice mode here, trying to connect with the receivers. This is what he had to say on his preparation going into Saturday's game against San Diego.
It's the same preparation every week, and just going out there and preparing and getting ready for a game.
Short and sweet, just like Bill Belichick prefers his press conferences. So, Jacoby Brissett, in his final year at NC State last season, played in 13 games, completed 237 out of 395 attempts for a 60% completion rating for 2,662 yards, 20 touchdowns, and 6 interceptions. Also, averaged 2.7 rushing yards per game last season. Going into this, Jacoby Brissett's only played in one game in the NFL. That was the Sunday loss to Miami. And Brissett completed 6 of 11 for an interception, And honestly, I'm not sure if the Patriots can pull this out as we take a look at some of the end-of-year stats for your Patriots. Rob Gronkowski, your receptions and yardage leader at the end of the season with 11 touchdowns, one shy of Julius Thomas's record back in 2011. So, honestly, in my opinion, the Patriots would prefer to lose this game. They have one quarterback on the roster now, and you never know. They can go either way here. If you get Jacoby Brissett gets hurt, then you get no quarterback on the roster, and Julian Edelman becomes your primary quarterback going into the end of the season, because Tom Brady's not coming back this season. He's going to fracture his toes out for the next 5 weeks. And Jimmy Garoppolo's out for the next 4 weeks, and if he tried to play with a shoulder tear, it would not be good. So the Patriots really need their defense to step up this week, and we caught up with 2016 Pro Bowler Devin McCourty in the locker room this week, and here are 2 clips from him talking about what it means to be in January and the defense of the Patriots.
You got to earn the right to come back to work. I think I've learned a lot. My rookie year, I don't think I really understood that of how it can just be over that fast. My rookie year, bye week, playing a playoff game, first playoff game, you lose and it's over. So I've always now had that perspective since then of you got to earn the right to come back to work next week. And that means putting in everything you have this week and then get out there on game day and finding a way to win and then resetting and trying to do it all over again the following week if you're fortunate enough to be there. So I think the team understands that. It was great to go out there today, coming off a couple of days off and high energy, ready to go, trying to get on top of everything. And you don't have days to fall behind now. There is no we'll get it right. And we always talk about it throughout the year. We'll get better and better throughout the season. We'll get better next week. There is no next week right now. So we got to try to play our best game for Saturday. Yeah, but only if we win. So that's all that matters. I think we've done a good job of zeroing what we need to do each week and putting it on the practice field and getting ready to go. So I think it's important for us to make sure we do that this week. Not to get off, and do something different, but to stay on our routine of how we've been preparing and getting ready to go. and stick to that and go out there and trust in what we do and go out there and play confident.
So I think the Patriots can win, but not everybody does. Skip Bayless coming in with no Brady or Jimmy. Sunday, talk about blowout city. I think he meant Saturday there on that one. So we'll have this game later today for you on the JS Sports Network, and it's the Patriots versus the Chargers in the AFC wildcard game. Boy, you don't want to miss it because it's going to be something special, that's for sure. Thank you to Devin McCourty for these great quotes about the Patriots defense. He is a Pro Bowler this year. Finished out the year with a great defensive run. So come back later today for Patriots Chargers on the JS Sports Network.